This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Well, good morning and thanks for getting up with us on this Saturday. I'm Ashley Grams. This morning on Sunrise, school is out for Portland Public School students until after Thanksgiving. But that's only if the teachers union and the district can strike a deal. Plus.
But this one was a very big scene. So many officers, I couldn't believe it.
That man is describing the scene at a local Fred Meyer after he called in a stolen car, why he works so hard to find these cars, and the people who steal them. But before we get to all that, let's check in with Daisy Caballero for our first look at the Saturday forecast. Happy Saturday, Daisy.
Happy Saturday, Ashley. So happy to have you here with us on Sunrise. Good morning to all of our viewers. Happy Saturday to you. Taking you outside through our satellite and radar, increasing cloud coverage is what Mother Nature is bringing us this morning. Maybe some light sprinkles off of the coast. More is on the way, but I wanted to take you through a few of our beautiful sky cams. This is one of our Timberline sky cams. Currently right now 38 degrees, jumping over to the coastline. Newport 48. Winds coming out from the east at right about 11 miles an hour. Those are going to get gustier as we're looking at the rest of our day actually. And currently out at PDX 46 degrees. Winds also coming out from the east at right about 10 miles an hour. Current temperatures right now, we're still a little bit chilly. 38 in Hillsborough, 37 in Forest Grove, and 43 for King City. And looking over to the east, still seeing below freezing temperatures as we're looking at Baker City, 33 for John Day today. This is what your day is going to be looking like. By noon, we'll be seeing low 50s, 53 with that cloud coverage, and then we start to see more of that rain and more of those gusty conditions for the second half with that sunset. 4:47 today. Back to you, Ashley.
Thank you, Daisy. Well, new this morning, one person is dead after a single car crash on Southeast Powell Boulevard. You can see the car is completely crushed, upside down. There's rubble scattered around the street. This happened around 2:40 this morning. Portland police say the driver died at the scene. We still don't know what caused the crash. And now to the teachers' strike happening in Portland Public Schools. The next time students could be back in the classroom is November 27th. That's because of next week's Thanksgiving holiday. But there seems to be some progress in negotiations. In their latest proposal, the teachers union let go of hard caps on class sizes. Instead, they're asking the district to make every effort to keep the number of students in a class below a certain threshold and asking for higher pay for classes that exceed those limits. Now, it's not clear that this new proposal will get traction with the district. Here's why one teacher thinks the current situation just isn't working.
It's just more things that those teachers have to do, more grading, more planning, but also, again, the piece where the students aren't getting the attention that they need.
The district pushes back on the idea that classrooms have too many kids, saying that 75% of its elementary school classes have less than 25 students. Teachers are also fighting for student mental health resources. They held a candlelit vigil last night at the Pioneer Courthouse Square to draw attention to the issue. Catherine Cook spoke with teachers and students about why this type of support is crucial.
We all need somebody to lean on.
More specifically, teachers say students need more qualified mental health professionals to lean on in Portland Public Schools. Senior Meredith Gifford says they're right.
I care about the people I go to school with, and I care about my teachers, and they shouldn't have to be therapists for their students. It takes time away from everyone because they want to help us, and so they do, but then to have that burden on them just isn't fair.
It's why hundreds of Portland Public School teachers and supporters held this vigil Friday night. Another way to keep holding the line in their ongoing teacher strike.
We need more counselors.
Marla Baber teaches math at Franklin High School. One of her algebra classes has 32 students. She believes that puts students' learning and mental health in jeopardy.
The idea of keeping class sizes small is not just for us to be able to teach the stuff, but also for us to be doing the social emotional learning pieces, being able to get to kids and connect with them.
Despite those strong feelings, the teachers union on Friday removed language from its proposals that calls for capping class sizes. For journalism teacher Andy Sorensen, the concession stings, but it moves them one step closer to reaching an agreement.
It eats away at you as an educator. And so I hope we can resolve this as soon as possible and get back there and do what we do best.
In the meantime, students like Meredith say they'll keep holding the line alongside their teachers. and hoping that when they return, things will be different, especially with mental health.
And I know there's been a lot of worry that the strike will impact that as well and increase that, but I think it's important that we get the supports we need for students so that they can actually attend school.
In downtown Portland, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
Meanwhile, some SalemKaiser employees could lose their jobs next year due to a projected $73 million budget deficit. The district is facing declining enrollment and is also dealing with the end of federal pandemic funds. Right now, 87% of the district's $1.3 billion budget is spent on wages. So to balance the books, the district says it has to make some cuts.
If there was any way to avert that or make it less true, we would have already done it. And if there was any way for me to soften that language and still be honest, we would have softened it.
Most of the layoffs will be in administration, not teachers. The superintendent says the district plans to announce the first round of cuts in December. Nearly 200 doctors at 6 legacy health hospitals in Oregon and Washington have voted to unionize. The doctors will join the Pacific Northwest Hospital Medicine Association. The vote comes ahead of a proposed merger by Legacy with OHSU. Registered nurses, nurse practitioners, midwives, and other personnel at Legacy's women's health clinics say they also plan to vote on whether to unionize. Well, police were able to arrest 4 people and recover a stolen car this week, thanks to the help of a popular Facebook group. I talked with a man who spotted the stolen car.
This was the scene Thursday night in the Centennial neighborhood, near the intersection of 145th and Southeast Division. And that is the stolen car that started it all.
We noticed a car sitting in the parking lot from our person was standing on the outside of the vehicle, kept looking back at us. I knew it looked suspicious.
Chaz found the Volkswagen while he was out roaming the neighborhood, and not by accident. He volunteers his time searching for stolen cars, working with the Facebook group PDX Stolen Cars. Titan Crawford is the founder of the group and says Chaz is one of the most committed volunteers on the team.
He'll sit for hours from a long distance, keeping an eye on the vehicles. He's got a 100x zoom on his phone and to update police with the locations.
Chaz has asked us not to show his face, as his hobby often leads to the arrest of the person behind the wheel.
We deal with it all the time. We get a lot of the more dangerous ones.
Chaz quickly called Portland police about the car he spotted at Fred Meyer. Officers were able to stop the car outside the parking lot, but one man ran away.
He got away for quite a while, but they had the place surrounded very quickly. A lot of officers.
Police issued a shelter-in-place order and called in the crisis negotiation team.
But this one was a very big scene. So many officers, I couldn't believe it.
A couple hours later, the man was arrested. The other 3 people in the stolen car were detained. Chaz says for him, it's not about the criminals. It's about helping other Portlanders recover what they've lost.
We don't do this for donations or anything. We do this because we love our community. We want to help. So when we get to tell them that we have their vehicle, it's the best feeling in the world. Just get that thank you, it feels good.
And the work they're doing alongside Portland police is making a difference.
Police have reported that there's less stolen vehicles, and we've seen that reflected in the amount of posted vehicles.
Well, 2 world-renowned musicians came to Portland to play, but instead they got ripped off. Alistair Frazier and Natalie Haas tour the world performing. They arrived here on Monday, a day early to enjoy the city. That's when someone broke into their vehicle in a public garage at Southwest 10th and Taylor and stole everything. They played their show Tuesday with borrowed instruments. Now they're raising awareness about the theft.
I'm upset about the loss of my stuff, but I'm also upset about the state of play that we have in our inner cities, and not just in Portland.
The cello was returned by someone who bought it on the street for $40. Then they felt bad about it. But everything else, including a prized fiddle, is still missing. Frazier is asking everyone to keep an eye out in pawn shops, online, anywhere, to help him get his belongings back.